Let's get right into it. Number 9. Dinosaur jelly. Picture cracking open a 68 million-year-old T-Rex bone and finding something gooey. That's exactly what paleontologist Mary Schweitzer did. She dissolved an ancient leg bone in acid, and what she uncovered defied everything we thought we knew about fossils. Hidden inside were stretchy soft tissues, flexible blood vessels, and even what looked like red blood cells. Wait a second, this shouldn't be possible. Soft tissue is supposed to vanish faster than your New Year's resolution at the gym. So what kept it intact? The iron in the dinosaur's blood acted like natural embalming fluid, preserving the tissues the way mummification preserves bodies. In other words, this T-Rex basically pickled itself from the inside out. At first, the scientific community refused to believe it, but the evidence was undeniable. Real, elastic tissue from a creature that died tens of millions of years ago. Next time you're staring at a T-Rex skeleton in a museum, just remember, inside those bones could still be some prehistoric jello. Number 8. The invisible universe. Here's a brain twister. Everything we can see, the planets, stars, galaxies, adds up to just 5% of what's really out there. The other 95%? Totally invisible. Scientists call it dark matter and dark energy. Without dark matter, galaxies would spin apart and fling their stars into the void. And dark energy? That's even stranger. It makes up about 68% of the cosmos and works like a built-in accelerator, pushing the universe to expand faster and faster. Imagine blowing up a balloon with stickers on it. As the balloon grows, the stickers drift farther apart. That's exactly what's happening, except no one's doing the blowing. The universe is stretching itself. And the wild part? We have zero clue where this cosmic Red Bull comes from. It's like finding your phone battery charging itself without being plugged in. Scientists discovered this by accident, and now they're stuck trying to explain how they managed to miss 95% of existence. Number 7. The phantom planet. In the 1800s, astronomers noticed Mercury's orbit wasn't behaving quite right. Instead of admitting maybe their math was off, they invented a mystery planet they called Vulcan, supposedly orbiting between Mercury and the Sun. For decades, experts searched the skies for this invisible world. One French astronomer even swore he saw it, and the guy got a national award for his discovery. Problem was, he had probably mistaken a sunspot for a planet. For half a century, scientists kept reporting sightings of Vulcan that never checked out. Then Einstein showed up with his theory of relativity. He proved that Mercury's odd path wasn't caused by another planet at all, but by the warping of space-time itself. Vulcan never existed. So these astronomers basically spent decades searching for a planet that was as real as your missing socks from the laundry. Number 6. The collapse of order. Picture two planets orbiting each other. Simple, neat, predictable. Add a third planet, though, and suddenly the whole system spirals into chaos. Each body tugs on the others in ways so complicated that not even supercomputers can predict where they'll end up. This is the infamous three-body problem. For centuries, scientists dreamed of the universe as a giant clock. Perfect, orderly, predictable. Then 3 chunks of rock in space showed us that chaos rules the cosmos. And this unpredictability doesn't just apply to planets. It shows up in weather patterns, stock markets, and even why your earbuds magically tangle themselves in your pocket. The universe isn't a clock. It's more like a cosmic mosh pit. Number 5. The universe's worst guess. Now imagine being wrong. Not a little wrong. Not even embarrassingly wrong. I'm talking wrong by a number so massive it makes billionaires' bank accounts look like spare change. That's what happened when scientists tried to calculate how much energy exists in empty space. Their prediction was off by 120 zeros. That's the biggest scientific miscalculation in history. Here's what happened. Quantum mechanics says empty space is buzzing with tiny particles constantly popping in and out of existence, while general relativity says that energy should bend spacetime. Combine the two, and you get a prediction so massive the universe should have blown apart instantly. But reality shows us empty space is more like a lazy sloth, barely energetic at all. This disaster is called the vacuum catastrophe. Translation? Our best theories break down completely when used together. Number 4. Pluto's heartbreak. In 2005, astronomers found an icy object even bigger than Pluto, called Eris. Suddenly, Pluto wasn't special anymore. If Pluto counted as a planet, then we might need to accept hundreds of new planets just like it. So in 2006, scientists redefined what makes a planet. Rule 1. It must be round. Pluto passed. Rule 2. It must orbit the Sun. Pluto passed again. Rule 3. It must clear out its orbit of other objects, and that's where Pluto failed. Just like that, our beloved ninth planet was demoted to dwarf planet. Teachers everywhere had to erase Pluto from their classroom posters, and millions of kids felt like the solar system had broken up with them. But Pluto doesn't care. It's still out there, orbiting away, probably laughing at us for taking labels so seriously. Number 3. The leaking black hole. Black holes are supposed to be the ultimate prisons of the universe. Nothing escapes, not even light. But then Stephen Hawking dropped a bombshell. Black holes leak. At the edges of black holes, particles constantly appear in pairs. One falls in, the other escapes. Over billions of years, this slow leak means black holes can actually evaporate. Here's the problem. What happens to all the information about the stuff that falls inside? Physics says information can never truly vanish. Burn a book, shred it, melt it, the data still exists in some form. But with black holes, it looks like the information disappears forever. This is the information paradox, a riddle so big it threatens both relativity and quantum mechanics. Number 2. The ultimate speed trap. The universe has a hard speed limit, 186,282 miles per second. The speed of light. Before Einstein, people thought you could just keep accelerating forever. But physics says the faster you go, the heavier you become. Imagine pushing a shopping cart that grows heavier with every step. By the time you approach light speed, that cart would weigh more than the entire Earth. And hitting light speed itself? You'd need infinite energy. Light gets away with it because it has no mass. That's why photons can zoom across the universe while everything else crawls by comparison. So if you're dreaming about interstellar road trips, sorry, physics already gave you a speeding ticket. Number 1. The water that lied. In the 1960s, Soviet scientists thought they'd discovered a terrifying new kind of water. They called it polywater. It was thick, sticky, and refused to boil or freeze like normal water. People panicked. What if it spread, turning every drop of water on Earth into goo? Some scientists even worried about the end of civilization. But after all the hype, it turned out polywater wasn't some super liquid. It was just contaminated water, mixed with sweat, dust, and soap from dirty lab equipment. The entire scientific world had been duped by bad housekeeping. So the next time you mess up at work, just remember at least you didn't convince the planet you'd discovered zombie water. And that wraps it up. Science is full of shocking twists, mind-bending mistakes, and discoveries that rewrite everything we thought we knew. If you enjoyed this ride through the strangest finds in science, stick around. I'll be bringing you plenty more. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next.